Today is May 27th. This is actually our last session for May. As I was saying, no session tomorrow. Saturday, the event we're going to do Saturday, I put off until the second week of June, so don't even worry about it. You'll get more information on that. It's going to be a Saturday session. And then Monday's a holiday. So we're back Tuesday, start June, and probably need to just look at some of the big cryptos. How are these monthly closes going to happen? What are they going to look like? Here's Cardano. What's the announcement for TradingView? The great news on that is we have scanner technology. So we will have scanner like we have here for eSignal, although I have no idea why that's not coming up. I have to reload it. And we'll have alert functionality. We will have almost everything. I would think it's almost an HPC Pro that would be in the TradingView for the price of the HPC Lite. They finally got their act together, and TradingView has that. They announced some major upgrades last week, and then I've been talking with my software partner who is the best, and he's like, we can do it. So it's going to take a little time, but again, we're going to be able to bring in all of that in a way that's going to make this even easier, more user-friendly. The other thing is going to be the automated alerts that I will be setting up. So, some other stuff going on of everything that I do and want to kick out will also be, we'll be rolling that out, and I will be rolling that out through Harmonic Trader, that everything will be, you guys can subscribe to one feed and you'll get it to your phone, to your email, whatever, everything that I put out, even automated HPC signals that I decide, that I set up. So we'll see what the TradingView offers, because it does have some decent alert functionality currently. We know the patterns are excellent. All of this, give me till the end of June. We're still getting more information from TradingView, but literally just last week, TradingView came out with that announcement, and that makes it possible. We would already have it. It's just, it's not possible with their script. So when we get patterns, and one of the things that I've been saying, really since my own personal kind of towel thrown in, so to speak, on my core positions, let's still trade this. Let's look for opportunities on a lot of these pairs, 5-minute time frame, 3-minute time frame. There's been a few nice bearish ABCD, bearish crab. I put up this ABCD, what was that, 2 days ago? At around 144. Okay, and imagine when we have the alerts, we're going to be able to do this. And this is something I think it's great to review, because it gets everyone thinking how a pattern really should unfold. And one of the things we'll do is we'll have a scanner for potential and pending, those that have hit the terminal bar and in their completion point. And what we're looking for really from a icon symbol perspective is, show me the sun icon. And then we want to look to the right for confirmation and other things. But if we can kick out a signal on that, and this is a 5-minute chart, look, this whole still spent from the time it hit the zone to the time it actually did a larger move, reversal out. You still had an hour, and that's a 5-minute chart. Typically, we would see this go, and this is something I want to stress as well. Look for these moves, these type 1 moves. And I'm saying going forward now, the next week, 10 days, and capture this stuff, 10%, 15% moves. Or even better, if you can get a runner, which this one became, just still be active. Let's say you held on to that longer. If you get a bearish pattern, use that as a signal to get out. You can always get back in. All right, Cardano's just in a type 1 here, crab. Sorry, now type 2 crab. Look, it came down perfect. Type 2, this is the 5-minute time frame. But if we got up into our target area, 175, 178, you're done. Come back down, target 1, and maybe even re-enter it for the return back to test the zone. We'll be able to signal that a lot easier and bring a whole lot more information to everybody's fingertips very soon. Bitcoin is, got rejected off of 40K an hour ago. And we're trying to knock on that door, 39.3. What is up here? Well, look at the 5-minute again. After that big surge, following the crash, this is the thing I'm talking about more. Looking for patterns that develop after the fact on a 5-minute basis. This is Bitcoin. There was the type 1. That was good for about $1,000. Now, again, you come back. Here's where just the recognition and understanding of the type 2. And if we see a hop level, HOP, hop level, we want to pay attention. I mean, you had a hop level here because you had a butterfly. You had a couple patterns getting generated right in that area. So reaction off of that first test of the hop, not to be, not a surprise. And, quick reactive 800 or $1,000, take that. And it's got to go target 1 and then retest. So if you're willing to take it at the hop, taking it right after Sun Icon forms and aggressively manage it, when you get back in, you're back down at a hop level. There's HSI, all of that around 37,400. Okay, then we maybe look for the larger type 2 where you go from hop to target 2, which was 40K. That's essentially what just happened in the last 20-30 minutes. Came up, now we're coming back down. What are we going to do? We need some kind of, give me another pattern, give me another something. All right, there's a less bearish pattern on the 1 minute. I'll just wait for the next 5-minute time frame. Maybe we come back down to 38.2 one more time. But that's the way to look at it. And here's Ethereum, folks, because look, of all of the ones that have shaped up in demonstrative fashion, Ethereum has been forming a whole bunch of 5-minute patterns. Just take a look at the last couple days and I'll break them down. Well, let's look at right now, okay? We're sitting in a shark right now. Ethereum, right around 2766, 2775 area. Like I'm looking along this right now. And long this, because it's a type 2, check it out. And this is great. I mean, this is amazing because this is as it's happening on a 5-minute time frame. I should be longing this right now. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go get some of this. Yeah, let me see. Hold on, let me get like 40 to start. And I'll pop it in around 2785, 2780. And let's see, and I would hit that. There you go. Okay. Still don't like the fees, man. That's expensive fees. They're better, but they're still sizable. Anyway, so okay, we're back in the zone, and we do have HSI here. It's just stabilizing. The other thing, look, green line has stopped. So setting up for a 5-minute reaction where you go from 2780 to 2830, 2860. You're talking 60, $80 there. And that's a real nice scalpable move, short-term trade. I'll tell you guys, I just put it in order for 40. You could do 4. Okay, so what I'm hoping to grab here in that 90, 80, 90 area, 90, let's call it 90. I have it at 2780. I might bump that up, but let's see how it turns out in the next 20 minutes. And this is actually still type 1, so maybe only 40 bucks. But on my 40, this is going to be a quick day trade move, probably in the next 30 minutes, where I bump up, it does a $1,500, $2,000 move, and then that's it. And I'll take it off. If you want to do a fraction of it, do 1/10 of this. Okay, do 4. Okay, then you're looking for $200 on that trade. That's the way to think about it. You have everything you want to see. I mean, you have a double amplified test here. You have really nice divergence, simple divergence with HSI shaping up. So keep an eye on that. The hop level, again, at that 66 area, that would be the best place for this 5-minute setup. But this is exactly the kind of thing I'm referring to. And let's just look at the last couple of Ether 5-minute patterns. All right, there's yesterday, right at the hop level. Beautiful deep crab. This one just went straight to target 2, and we're seeing that a lot. You're seeing a lot of these 5-minute patterns go beyond target 1. They get to target 2. So if I'm down here at the hop at 2650, 2660, not crazy to think at least 2760 above target 1. This, in that case, goes, that was a real nice move in a short period of time, 6 hours, and you're talking almost 10%. That's what Ethereum's doing now, no matter what of the larger time frame. And then just go back. I mean, this is, I guess, since it was really Tuesday that we were talking about this as well, but look what's happened since then. We're just back-to-back patterns. And this is on, HPC TradingView, where we can buy and sell left and right, go back-to-back levels. This one, okay, look, you have a couple patterns, and even if it's kind of sloppy, where you might have like a crab shooting down and a larger bat, which is exactly what's going on here, you're looking in the zone between hop and XA, and all of that should really pinpoint that general area where you should be looking for triggers. In this instance, look, on that hop, it did the 1-2. There's 1, come back down, and now come back for 2. And that sets you off for the larger move. So relative to where we are now, again, looking for a type 1 bump, and then probably come back later today, tonight, back down, and then go. And then go from 2766 to 2860, something like that. But those are nice moves in between. Do we put the stop loss in the 5-minute time frame below the hop? Definitely. But you want to see what happens. It's got to usually, how many of these have failed? That's one question. Like, let's go through all the patterns. How many of the hop levels have failed? None. But they did, in some occasions, slightly penetrate. So you want to see what happens. It hits the hop, look to the next bar. Almost treat it like a terminal bar. Like, there's a hop, hits the bar, can't continue, spends 20 bars sideways, and then goes. Not a surprise. The bearish one came very close to the hop, but you had HSI. So if something pops up like that, okay, then, and you're very close to the hop, then okay, it's still good. It's more than good. It's ready to go. But even here, on the initial completion, HSI, sun icon, reaction, back down, and another bullish HSI. I mean, it's just been really clear in that regard, and you want to stick with it. I mean, look at even the last one here. This is, let's go back to that prior low, first ABCD after the first bounce at 2380. This is the thing we want to look for, continue to look for, no matter what this environment is. And here's one more. Here's EOS. This is one I took a shot on at 570, and then I got back in. I took a loss on the first run. Got back in on, where was that? 1 minute. think I had some. I think I took my second shot at 570 again. Had some because we had some big things there. This is what was down there, really on your 4-hour time frame. A couple of these other crab levels, but the daily time frame was. I think it was an HSI as well. Oh, here you go. I think this is now I see it. I was tracing out the shark pattern. And so this is an all-time shark. Look like that. All the way down. I mean, perfect 1618. Everything. I'm telling you, that last downdraft, really something. Just really confounding, if you will, to go all the way down there in such short order. Well, that's what happened. And so if that is what it is and it's a shark, well, then I'm going to have to play this for a corresponding 50618 bounce. Those are the targets here. This is EOS, so target 960, 950, possibility of going as high as about, I don't know, 1070, 80. Something like that. We're getting all of that early stages of that bounce actually happening. So we'll see, but that's one of a few. Want to keep our eye on that one. Again, just don't see much happening. The market is dead. I haven't seen NASDAQ flat like this for 5 days since pre-pandemic. So I think let that go. Maybe take a look at some of these cryptos over the weekend, some of the other interesting plays that are setting up. Really quick, I know there's something going on with these knuckleheads that want to run AMC to 50. Is that right? I just learned of that. So I don't know. But that 50 level, I don't know how you get there. I will tell you where you can get, though. Like that. Go to the 1618 up at 29 bucks. So if any of you are involved with this, please take note. You have a really nice crab pattern, and I think you're going to run into a wall. It's a perfect crab, actually. It's a 314. It's a 618 at your C point. Okay, so this might go. And AMC, I don't know if it goes tomorrow. Okay, congratulations. Just don't forget to sell, and that's around 29, 30 bucks, because that crab will complete. And with this kind of shenanigan, in the face of it, you'll do a quick snap 382. So you could run to 29 bucks and then snap right back to 20 before you do anything else, and then more. Be aware of that phenomenon. It's a great one. We talked about AMC on Monday when it was around 15 bucks. The other two that are somewhat related that are continue to gain strength is MACY's. We have, and this one has been just literally holding. Look at the crab pattern. It failed, clearly failed that crab pattern now, and continues higher. This is where the 30 bars and then some show you that, okay, what's it doing 30 bars after the initial test? Going up, continuing. So a lot there. I think our targets were 20 something, 21, 24. Here's MACY's. And again, that's a perfect position, just like AMC was 2 weeks ago. And this is the monthly. That's what it was. It was a shark down here. We're back up. The shark, the retest. I'm telling you, 40 bucks is not crazy. $42 for MACY's for that eventual retest. Does it take a year or 18 months? Maybe, probably. But that's where you're headed with nothing really look, you're in the overbought, but all of these are expanding. So you've got, and you're coming up to the end of the month where next month will probably continue the party. Keep an eye on that. One other one, this MRO and some of these others are really starting to go. This has been sideways, but has held its head for 2 months, 3 months. And this is another one. I think on the weekly, we have targets up at $20. That's a double. That's a double. Here, there's the bat. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one's the short-term hop at 1563 because we continue to basically fight this PRZ. We all said this is a reaction, and we're coming back for minimum retest at 1329. But I'm thinking hop level because of where HSI is. This stuff still needs to go higher. One or two more. Did I bring this one up the other day? UNG. Just looking for areas on natural gas. Maybe this isn't the best play, but this shows you natural gas has some patterns down here, craziness, and it's a place to be looking. And that's just a crazy depressed market. And you would say, why would you want to mess with something like that? Well, because it's putting me in the ballpark of where a major opportunity is turning around, much like AMC, much like or the other ones that we did, Dogecoin and Macy's. I mean, we were on Macy's early and Marathon Oil early. I'm trying to get on natural gas early. So another way to play it would be this LNG. This is the Shinari Energy, and it's breaking out. That's how strong this thing is. Where you're going to the butterfly, you're at 83. Your target on the butterfly minimum is 101, 102. You're already there. So this should follow through in the next 2-3 months. I think I mentioned this one, Duke Energy. Yeah, that was another one that's still going higher. These all in their, acceleration phase to complete major patterns that are about 20% higher across the board. And what's this one doing? BTU, Peabody. Peabody Energy on a weekly. I think we've got a crab pattern down here. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Okay, thanks. I had to take a phone call really quick. So again, this is where we want to be looking at the major turnaround opportunities where these things are putting in permanent lows. I mean, just major bottoms that once they get off, they're not going to look back. Here's Rig, Transocean. This is another one that I think is a monthly. Was going to go out of business, decided not to. Maybe it's a daily. I think there was a big bat pattern. I'll have to look at that again. But keep an eye on these. We're still really early stages, but again, this is where these start to really move up and go higher on the long term once we clear out of these bases. Couple more that I want to look at. I want to pull up stuff like Walmart and Target, and I just want kind of show a few things that have transpired since really March that fit within some of the other dynamics of the market where we've seen this reaction. And this is Walmart on the daily. Okay, up to target 1, but we just registered a bullish HSI. So I'm going to watch this carefully. Walmart, and there's a couple other these that are doing this, that if the market was going to continue, something like Walmart would be perfect to come back for a secondary retest and then go. And there's that couple of the others that have just been still screaming no matter what. Here's Target. Where's that one? This is yeah, there you go. There's a little crab pattern on the daily right now. And getting close, but this Target lining up where, hey, if we get a nice type 1 correction, that would set up for a nice type 2 return. So there's a few things here. Okay, market's getting stagnant. Wouldn't be surprised to see this roll over. This links up with S&P or NASDAQ, as we've said. Here's NASDAQ again. I've been mentioning this all week. We're just still stuck in the whole big daily pattern. Not much progress up here, but we are in the overbought. And that for me is the sign we want to pay attention to, because that could roll over by tomorrow, right in on the nominal retest of the zone and kick it off. So for me, that's, I'm looking at that carefully. I think that could kind of sneak up on everybody and not, basically trigger another sell-off. This time, go back down to target 1. And if we would be at a higher low up here, and we would have HSI at a higher low from that prior reading. So this is, again, not surprised to see this be so quiet here for a couple days. This is probably, you're witnessing like the last push. If it can't bust through this nominal test, then this is looking pretty weak fast, and it only takes maybe a day, a 1-day reversal bar or a reversal of the last 3 days to get this going. So I still say that anywhere above that 13,600, we're at 13,700 right now, we need to look. Let's really quick. All right, here's S&P. Again, sideways, not much to report. This has actually been really slow. We go back the last couple of months since the breakout, go back to the beginning of April, not a heck of a lot of follow through. I definitely want to watch this. If we don't break out and we roll over, but then this deep crab becomes relevant again, just at a higher level. So that's something to consider, because it can be a sloppy deep crab that ends up just giving us at least a reaction off the structure to target 1. It just seems like if we're not going to go up, then sideways is not the way to be, which will lead us down. Not in an area where we should be going higher too. And that's why, again, take some time off. I'm not really doing much except for looking at crypto now until next week. And we'll be back on Tuesday at 9 a.m. So wrap it up with that. Again, all of the stuff that I'm looking at, a lot of the things that I want people to be considering for the summer, a lot of it is in the energy sector. Okay, and then having a close eye on what the equities are doing. There's crude oil. Okay, remember the daily time frame, perfect. We're coming up against this type 2 bat pattern on crude oil. What are we going to do here? We need confirmation, and the real nice bat completion would be like this, come down, back up with an HSI, and then down, just to kind of resolve this. So even crude oil might be stuck in this pattern range for another month or two, where we got to resolve this. Be aware of that. It's really important to understand that if we're not going to be doing much, again, at points where this needs to be continuing on a long-term trend, we want to be aware of that. I mean, it's a lot like gold. Gold did nothing from August until last month, and now we see it moving. but that was only reaction. Again, here's gold. Take note, gold much the same way came up to our target one. Remember, it's like that. We had a bat. There was a bat, an ABCD, whole bunch of stuff. 1857, 1858 was the minimum target one, and we have done the pop, and that's about it. I'll look for the rollback, retest the zone, then we set it up. And a lot of charts are looking like this, where the summer, which was supposed to be hot and heavy, is going to be not much, it seems. At least June shaping up for a lot of more consolidation. We'll see how that goes into next week, but it definitely is reflected on the charts. And I will spot it up. I really think the larger opportunities will come on these retests. I mean, hey, this chart of gold is identical to Walmart, right? Isn't that interesting? On the daily, there's a daily bat and there's a daily bat on Walmart. I mean, almost identical, not exactly, but very close. And no matter what, the big continuation move is for Walmart to come down to about 127, 126, and then launch to new all-time highs, because these long-term uptrends are still in force. Look, there's Walmart on weekly. Okay, look at that, right into a crab pattern. Okay, look at that. Look at that, right into a type 2 deep crab. But what would we want to see here is a weekly HSI. There's the zone. Okay, there's a bullish HSI and a bearish. So I'll be looking for, we've got a couple patterns, but show me a bearish HSI. We're not there yet. That's really interesting. We'll look at those two next week on Walmart too, because a lot of these stocks are big name stocks are coming together like this, 2 of 2, that another few weeks, 6 weeks, they could be there, and we want to be ready. So great one, folks. Thanks again. Everyone have a great holiday weekend. We won't be here tomorrow. I will send the note on the June 12 session. And if you have any questions, get with me, harmonictrader@gmail, please, and get with the software. I will let everyone know about the TradingView update as soon as I can get it out. I will get it to you. And everyone that owns HPC for the TradingView, you will get that upgrade for free. So that comes with the program. All upgrades always come with the program. All right, folks, have a great one. We'll talk to you on Tuesday, 9 a.m. Have a great weekend and go get them.